Yeah, yeah. Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it podcast. Starting raw bass.
Y'all know what it is. It's the biggest Fuego Bass. I'm with Let's Yap About It podcast, and we ain't a podcast, we a problem cast.
It's your boy Lil Peso from Memphis, Tennessee. Go tap in with my people. Let's Yap About It podcast. It's a problem cast, not a podcast. Gang shit.
What's up, man? I just wanted to give y'all some straight love, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all that's out here doing y'all thing. Salute. I'm doing this for the artists, music industry tips, because I feel like as an eldersman, a man of counsel, a man of wisdom, that I should, speak up, as you can see. And the reason I'm not speaking up just because of this situation, but I'm speaking up because this has been an ongoing thing within music, in the music industry. And I'm going to put some color to it. And when I say put color to it, I'm going to put it in its fullness for you to understand about who's in charge of what and how they go about doing business, okay? So without further ado, you know what I'm saying, I definitely want to introduce y'all today. So, excuse me. Welcome to the Let's Yap About It podcast. We are changing the world one conversation at a time. I'm Robert Higgins, your host for this impromptu live session. Please subscribe, share, hit the like button to let us know that we appreciate you for tuning in on this conversation. What we're about to have is concrete and tough, but nonetheless, we want to spark the brain, entertain, and most of all, explain what we're yapping about. And today, we're yapping about music industry tips. There's a headline going around, especially with Finesse 2 times signing his contractual agreement and obligations that he's supposed to fulfill. Two things. You have to sit down before these music execs. And I'm saying this, you need to get your pen and you need to get your pad and you need to write this down. When you're facing these music execs, there is no family, just business. And I'm going to say this. There are a lot of record labels that will do whatever it takes as far as mind manipulation, as far as getting you comfortable, giving you anything that you want, that you would have, basically you've never had access to. They're going to put it right in front of your face and pretend that you really do have access to, especially when they have a certain level of interest, and that's your talent. And behind your talent comes money and monetary gain, not just for you as far as you being a hot artist right now, but in the time in the past that comes along with that. What you got to understand is that you need to, and this is, I'm write this down. You need to have your BMI. You need to have your ASCAP. You need to have all of these things. You need to have them all completed before you even set foot in a record label. You got to do that. And the reason you have to do that is because nobody's going to take control of your career better than you. But you need to have them as a representation of you understanding the demographics of what you're doing, as far as your bodies of work, as far as also having certain things copywritten before you even go. Because you got to understand, when you're sitting at these negotiation tables with your music, before you sign over anything to them, they may want from then there, you have to understand the verbiage. From the moment that you're sitting in that seat and you sign that contract, depending on the verbiage of it, they may be able to gather all past, all the way up into your present and even into your future as far as your career. I'm going to put a spin on this so you can understand, and I'm going to tell you in a realistic most term that I can tell you. We always talk about doing fair business. But when you look at the music industry, when you watch the 5 Heartbeats, you watch Cadillac Records, when have you heard about a fair business deal or a fair business agreement in the music industry, period? The only person that was able to do that was Ray Charles, Master P, Michael Jackson, Prince, and even Prince got into a bad label deal to where he became the artist formerly known as Prince because of that. So what I'm telling you is, before you sit down and you let them tell you that you're family, before you let them folks tell you that you are a representation of their family and an extension of their label, It's just business. They'll say and do whatever it is to get you to sign on that dotted line to sign your life away. The reason why I'm saying this is because, and I'm using him as an example of him being able to sign his life away, and I'm talking about Finesse 2 times, is he looked at the bigger picture, because you got to understand, somebody that has come out of a survival mode situation, they're only going to think one way. Versus you actually having people and having the right people behind you that are not trying to snake you, not trying to backdoor you, not trying to steal from you, not trying to finesse some stuff on the side and cut and broker other deals away from you, who's the sole proprietor of your talents and your skills. You don't want nobody fucking over you. It's bad enough that you got to watch the inner workings of the people around you, but even more so, you have to watch those record execs. Everybody should not have a certain level of association with you. I'm just being real. I have a good friend of mine. He played for the championship Broncos when they won with John Elway. His lawyer, his accountant, and his manager stole over $30 million from him. Yes. And this is in football. So you can only imagine in basketball and other entities how this goes on. Even more so in the record label, even more so at a record label. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because there have been so many people that have been in the record industry that have lost and taken losses. As you can see, TLC, what their publishing was looking like, they were barely able to afford anything due to the fact of them not being able to understand the point systems that they had at the record labels at that time. It's changed. Everything is streams now. So what I want you to understand is when you're walking in there, have your BMI, have your ASCAP together, also have your financial fulfillment obligations down to the T in detail of what you're being advanced, if you want to take an advanced. Because understand, a lot of these dudes, and I'm telling you, in the record industry, a lot of them don't have anything past just being successful. And a lot of us do not know how to walk away from the negotiation table, even when it's in our favor. And we understand that our family may be impoverished or we're trying to set them up. No, understand that the bigger picture and the bigger reality is your overall life when you're dealing in the music industry. It's about who you are from back then till now and then moving forward so that you can have a retirement. Because believe it or not, these record labels do not fit your insurance. They do not fit your medical care. They do not fit any of those things that would actually, that anything can happen. It's going to be solely upon you. So you thinking about the chains, the whips, the cars, and all the bullshit that everybody that appreciates with value. No, the first thing that I would do, and I'm using this as an example. If you got a marketing budget and you got a budget and you sitting down with a label, the first thing you should already do is you should already have some of the best studio equipment to turn in a high quality work. Meaning you have your own studio, you have all your stuff together, you already recording, it's almost like a well-primed automobile, an engine running. You got everything is on go, so you able to crank out music on a regular basis. And I want to say this too. If you're not out working a person like Gucci Mane, an NBA young boy, you in for a rude awakening, because there's a lot of rappers that have came and gone in our history right now in the rap game. And NBA Youngboy is the prime example. NBA Youngboy is the prime example of who you should be. His work ethic is unmatched. Rick Ross' work ethic is unmatched. I can even tell you Jim Jones. When he recorded the 7 Day Theory mixtape with DJ Drama, that was in 7 days. And he put that out. And that's when he got that Members of Bird Gang, and that's at the time when Max B was with him, and they was making their rounds with Stack Bundles. Rest in peace to Stack Bundles, of course. They were making their rounds. You have to be a hustler in this game. It's no different than you basically grinding on the block. And that's just the terminology that I'm using because most of the people can relate to that because it's in the streets. You're gonna have to throw some elbows and some bloody blows to get in this game to put your stamp in there. It's the same way in the DJ game. No different when K-Slay didn't become who he was by sitting back trying to be a nice guy. No, he strong on his way into the industry. You are gonna have to do that. You're going to have to hit the clubs. You're going to have to hit some of these small parties and venues. Get with even the smallest to the biggest local DJs. Hey, I need this record played. I need this to be in formulation. You need to perform at every open mic night. You need to get the buzz created for your career, because nobody's going to salvage your career more than you. I don't give a damn if it's a small local DJ at Walmart. Hey, you need to be handing them over your demo. You need to be USBing. You need to be transferring files. You need to be dropping emails in every bit of way. But making sure that your stuff is copyrighted, making sure that your music is copyrighted, make sure that BMI and ASCAP are actually up under whatever body of work that you're putting. It can be verified, and if anybody tries to steal your music, you can sue them. You know what I'm saying? They have these record labels will steal your music if it's possible, if it's not copyrighted. I'm just being 1,000 with you. It happened, and I'm just being honest. This is one of the honest podcasts, because I personally don't give a fuck. It happened with Death Row. There's a song called "It Ain't No Fun If the Homies Can't Have None." And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard that song, right? Well, guess what? That song was stolen. Yes, from some local people in the community that was trying to get into the rap game. Yeah, they stole the song. Yes, it can happen to you. So don't think for a second that nobody can actually take your song, switch it up a little bit, and then reap the benefits off of it. They have the power, they have the money, they have the lawyers, they have all of the things and the tools necessary as a machine runs, right? To basically screw you out your royalties, to screw you out your contract agreements. That one hit could be one hit that you might owe the record company, and now it's playing on the radio and they got it and it's too late. But the thing is, you can sue, but will you get your full amount? Who knows? So you have to be on point when you go on these record labels. When you hear people like Finesse 2 Times complaining about his contract he signed, that's a wake-up call for him to be able to watch. But see, this is what you don't do. You do not put your career in somebody else's hands. That's ludicrous. I would never do something like that, even in this podcast game. And I'm going to show you something recent, up to date. Jess Hilarious, The Breakfast Club, they said they signed a bad deal. Look at even the WWE signed that thing with ESPN, and now they're having a conflict right now. You have to understand who you're getting in bed with. Yes, you're going to get in bed with a company. Either you're going to hit a home run or you're going to get fucked. That's just the reality of it. And there is nobody that is going to explain it. There is no podcast that's going to explain that. Look, why you think Joe Buttons is actually doing podcasts? He's an actual rapper. Why you think that they go into love and hip hop? Because they're screwed in their contracts. Taylor Swift is just now getting her rights back and her masters back, and she had to re-record music of the hits that she had in order for her to score big in this music industry. It has evolved. And I want our culture to win. But I want to say this, and this is going to be controversial. Sometimes you can have black people on the forefront of these record labels that have a European mindset to fuck you over. See, you have to understand this about the record industry. Believe it or not, white supremacy is in the record labels too. So you got to understand, look at what J. Cole's going through after he signed to Jay. Jay is a black guy. You know what I'm saying? He was the forefront. You got to watch who's in front of these labels that are signed to other people. It's almost like a pyramid scheme if you really want to be technical about it. It's almost like a pyramid scheme. So you have to keep in mind of what's what. Who's signing off on your marketing budget if you ever get signed. Let's talk about that. If you ever get signed, who's signing off on your budget? How much money do you have? What engineers are they quote unquote recommending me to go to? Do you have your own engineers? These are the things that have to be displayed within that contract for them to understand. Look, I need it itemized. I need to see what's going on with where it's going, what tour dates, whatever. Man, listen. Do not play with your career in this music industry, because there are a lot of sharks looking to make more money off your talents than you do. There are people in record execs right now waiting for you, knowing that you got maybe 5 or 6 hits locked in the chamber, and they want to lock you into a bad deal. They want to lock you in so that they can basically use you and pimp you out and slave you out. Believe it or not. But nobody's going to talk about that. Why ain't nobody on these podcasts talking about that? We got more rappers now doing podcasts than anything, but they're not talking about the record game. You know why? They can't. Because I guarantee in their contract that they got to cease and desist, or they can't speak on certain terminologies within the record label. Well, I'm on the outside. I own my podcast. I own the name of it. I own every right to it. And guess what? It might not be worth millions as those, but I guarantee can't nobody tell me what I can and I can't do. I say what the fuck I want. And there's nobody that has sponsored me to keep me quiet. There's nobody that can say that. What's a good site to get your BMI and ASCAP that you would recommend? No, go straight to them, straight to the source. Go straight to BMI.com, ASCAP.com, and they actually have a tab to where it could go, whether you're a musical artist, even for books and different things like that, you go through that. And stop, and let me tell you something, don't go through that poor man's copyright, mailing it to you. Get you the proper seats. They have them, whatever state that you're in, you can get the copyrights. It gets sent off to DC, and it's verified. Don't play with that. Don't play with your trademark, your name, whatever rap name that you got, man. You have to come in business-esque, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cause The Rock just now got his name back from the WWE. This is how serious this shit is, man. The Rock couldn't even use his name, Dwayne Johnson. He couldn't even use it. So you have to understand how important it is. But you go straight to that www.bmi.com, and it's gonna take you there. You know what I'm saying? Do not play with that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna jump on there now. Hold on. Yep, it is music use. I use music in my business, or I write, compose, or publish music. If you create verbiage, you want to make sure that that's covered. You want to make sure that if you write the original lyrics, that's under BMI. You use music, or if you got a movie, if you're in the movies and you want to use music, you have to use that. You know what I'm saying? You go to the creators. I write, compose, and publish my music. And what you do is you join BMI. It's going to tell you, you hit the join BMI, join as a songwriter, join as a publisher. And then what it is, you give them a valid email address, join as a songwriter, and then we'll be signing a 2-year agreement. Feel free to review our standard right agreement, which means is you go over it particularly, and what you do is you do the free standard writer agreement. Make sure that all your ducks lined up when your music when they're singing your music, to make sure that Best Buy's not playing it and getting it down for, or somebody in the music industry uses your record and you don't get paid for it, or even on TV series right now. Believe it or not, TV series, streaming service series, these little TV series, whatever, Tubi, your music get played on there, they gotta cut your check. But you want to make sure that you got all your I's dotted, T's crossed, especially shit like this, because like I said, I've seen too many people get jerked from it. Like I did a post today about raping records. You know what I'm saying? That was the Locks when Diddy still to that day on their publishing, and they went on the Rough Riders. So Mark Curry, if you ever get a chance, I talked to Mark Curry about that, who was a bad boy. There we ain't going nowhere. We ain't, yeah. He wrote a lot of those, man. He wrote a lot of music, him and Black Rob. And you see what happened to Black Rob at the end of his life, bro. And he needed help. All the money that he had, he wasn't prepared for it. You got to understand that this music industry is raw and uncut. And I'm talking about, it's ruthless. It's ruthless. I'm trying to get you guys to understand the importance of knowing what you know and having the knowledge, so that you walk in there, you don't feel like you've been robbed of your soul. And they got execs that is their MO. They're shrewd businessmen. You have to come in there just shrewd, and you have to know what you're up against. You have to understand that, hey man, my original work before I signed to you guys, which ones do you want? Which ones do you know what I'm saying? You got to be serious about that. So, another thing too, I want you to look up. Look at the itself. You know what I'm saying? Look at the track record. Because everybody has an A&R departments to a certain extent. Really don't have one these days because they're not no longer grooming artists. They don't have the time and they don't have the funds. So they want a well-oiled machine already kind of got the momentum and things like that so that they could just get behind them, post them here, post them there, them to a radio station here, radio station there. But I tell this all the time, for all you artists. Real music don't get played on radio. It gets played everywhere. Red Carpet, of all the things, I would never even seen them just recently drop another joint with Camino. Shout out to the Soprano family. Shout out to Fuego that I rock with too. But definitely check that out. Real music, you can get music played anywhere, but just make sure that you got your business side handled. That business side has to be handled more than anything. Do not play with that because they're gonna notice those record executives are gonna look for little loopholes so they can take full-fledged advantage of you. Believe it or not, they waiting for anything that you do up. Not they capitalizing on your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not your friend in the industry. You're gonna have people that Trinidad James had that gold all of my, and then that's what everybody jumped on that record, and that's it. Just that fast. Just that fast. If you're gonna come in this rap game, or you're gonna come in the R&B artist, you need to be getting your music out. Invest in yourself. Listen to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. You see this right here? This camera was used yesterday when I did my interview with Fuego Bass. I got 2 cameras. This one right here, 800, almost 800. I don't play. I had to invest in myself. These headphones, $60. These microphones, $150. You know what I'm saying? The computer, $1,300. You know what I'm saying? I have over $5,000. The list goes on. Buying more stuff. You see what I'm saying? All of these things, do not be afraid to invest in and build your own team. A team that shares your vision and their own division, where they got their own vision, it's their vision, and y'all become a team, build together. And look, the model is to get ourselves up and to pull ourselves up and to be successful. Anybody that with a part of that, they need to be even going to the studio. This is business. Hey man, yeah, we might smoking, we drink and have a good time, but we in this booth recording. We ain't got no goofy ass around playing. You just to hang good girls, smoke up. Nah, brother. Man, you seen when he said, "Hey, man, everybody in the studio, man, you rap." Okay, boom, we gonna rap. I rap. Boom, whatever was the last verse on the song, we gonna name that whatever it is. We gonna back in this booth and we gonna do it again. That's how serious you got about your shit. Niggas shit just hanging around like Home Depot neighbors. Fuck no, man, you better get the fuck on out of here, bro. And I hate verse on these live. I raw and I get real because I'm passionate about this shit because I just seen niggas who had opportunities. I'm gonna give you some examples right now. I know somebody who had 2 times in the record industry. 2 times. Def Jam won 2 hit songs. He fucked his life off in the streets. He fucked his life off in the streets. The song catchy, everybody was listening to. Man, I can see this song on ABC in the morning. You think I'm joking? It's the name of the song. I'm gonna play a little snippet. I don't, right? I don't own the rights to the song, but I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. Catchy song, man. Everybody was vibing to the song, and the man had the skills and blew it. And now he's been with. I'm just gonna let the song play. Hey yo, Ran, turn that up. Turn it. So what I'm saying, he had 2 songs that was smash hits, and he let his career go away playing bullshit. Just as fast as you come in this shit, it's just as fast as you can take a smooth exit down I-10, 45 off 90 or whatever the fuck ever. You'll end up no name. Just as fast as you seen Finesse 2 times. Yeah, album fire. That whole album fire. Then all of a sudden you're not paying attention. That's why it's important to keep shit going. DMX was smoking hot. He dropped 2 albums that went platinum. He was fire, but you gotta understand who's watching your money, who's watching your marketing budget, who's looking at your songs, who's trying to take from your songs. All of these things have been done since the beginning, and you'll be surprised. You will be surprised. I know lots of dudes behind the scenes that write that are getting paid way more than the artists. Way more than the artists. They're writing songs, getting paid more than the artists. Why? Because they know how to do their work. Why? Because they're going to make sure that every I is dotted and everything is crossed, especially when it comes to their business. And I want you to have the same type of vibe and that same energy and same knowledge, same passion that you have to these record executives. No, I'm not going to sign over my life. I'm not that desperate. And they'll tell you, oh, well, nobody else is going to fool with you. I'll make a call. And they're going to force me into something that we never negotiated and I ain't never signed for. So now you're getting me. They got all kind of pressure, sales, skills, tactics. And if you ever want a good book to read to understand things like that, check out Burner's new book. Burner's new book. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading it right now. And it's a very interesting read about how you can build something and people try to take it away from you. Or they want to piece it or feel like they have ownership in it. You have to be careful. That's why the way I move. I don't have nobody around me like that. And if I get an itch or an ink or a spidey sense of a motherfucker playing with me, your history gone. Because I work too hard and invest too much for a motherfucker to be able to take it away from me. So from your friends and your compadres or whoever the fuck they calling themselves to them record execs, man, do not play with your shit. And you need to have one of these. You need to have one of these right here, write things down, making sure that you're implementing everything that you're doing by quarters. January, March, April, that's the first quarter. January, February, March, April. May, July, August, second quarter. September, November, third quarter. Better. You got to be serious about it. You got to be serious about your things. And I want you to be successful. I do not want you to fall by the wayside, especially when it comes to you wanting to feed your family, wanting to take care of your children, and then guess what? The money that you're supposed to leave for your children gets scooped up by the record execs, and it gets scooped up by everybody else but you. We already see people in our families fighting over land and things when parents die. So you can imagine when you die, or if anything was to happen to you, everybody fighting over your rights and fighting over your copyrights, man. That's just some for thought, and I'm putting it out there because not nobody ever talks about it. But I just want to put that in your ear. Make sure that y'all take this information that I give you. We'll be talking about some things too. I'm gonna be talking about some record label things that they'll try to do to deter you from music to where you become cold and your life is just. I'm gonna tell you this, and this is real talk, and I swear by it. Gucci Man had so icy. He had those situations with Easy, right? He went back underground. He was already in a record label situation with Big Cat Records, right? Gucci went back underground and got the shit bubbling. You know, the fallout, DJ Drama, Jeezy. He came on over the side, and you know what I'm saying? He really, you know, came back in the game. Y'all don't know about Gucci, man. This Gucci became a recording alcoholic. Gucci Mane became a recording alcoholic. How do I know this? Is because when he dropped that Freaky Girl, I know he had a hit. Luda and Little Kim, what have you. And I got to smoke. And this is when Angela Yee was on Shady 4. I've been around a very long time. I just got to speak to Gucci Mane. I let him know that I was supportive of him 1,000%. I want to see his career made like that because he had been in so many things, beefs, dramas, things like that. I spoke to him. Angela Yee was there. I spoke to him directly. And I was proud. And I let him know, hey, I know the black you trying to blackball you because he did have that momentum at the time. He was in the hood. His first album, his second album was crazy. Gucci could only do one thing, just make music. And guess what he did? He became the man that he is today. You know, he ended up coming up with Brick Squad, coming up with these are the situations, but can you do what he do? NBA young boy got locked up. What did he do? He over there in Utah. Got straight to work, got straight to the music. Lil Wayne, how you think? He got rid of all them verses that he had. He put them on mixtapes. He got the recording. So how seriously do you take your career? And how seriously do you want to do what you do and you say you want to do it? If you ain't working hard, Ross, top guys are these guys, you're not working hard enough. So you sit yourself down, you look yourself in the mirror, and you say, look, what do I want to do? Do I want to be successful? Or do I want to be mediocre? Because being recording a song or two every now and then ain't gonna cut the money. You gonna have to drop. You gonna be in these DJ places. You gonna have to tell your partners, hey man, shoot this. You be over there to the club, get to that DJ, get these emails, get on these Instagrams. You know what I'm saying? Do all the necessary things. Then you can sit back and say, well, maybe something I need to change. But you need to exhaust all areas that you can, so that you can be successful. All areas, cover everything from the DJ. I don't care if it's a child's birthday party. Hey, pop that in. I need y'all to eat. You need to be everywhere. I don't care if it's at a bar mitzvah, if it's at a goddamn theater. I don't give a damn, man. Handing that music out so that people can understand who you are. That's the only way you're gonna get in this game. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, and I'm telling you right now, because nobody else that's gonna say anything else. There's nobody else gonna say anything about it. They're gonna keep you in the fire, just like there are gatekeepers in the rap game, gatekeepers in podcasting, there's gatekeepers everywhere. So what do you think I'm doing? I didn't give a damn. I didn't complain in one time about how people, man, look, man, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, I don't give a damn. Hey, subscribe to my channel. What you do? Even if I'm at work and schedule a meeting, hey man, pull your phone out. Man, subscribe to this right now. Yeah. That's how you do it, man. You are a walking business persona everywhere you go as far as the music industry. You not do you write rap, you can write jingles. He did it for Arby's. He did it for McDonald's. But you can't do it. Call the marketing teams. Tap in. Get everywhere that you can go to leverage yourself as far as you can. People can familiarize themselves with who you are as an artist. Jump on my platform. Hey man, this interview, man, down there in Houston, whatever. Get it on video. Hey man, start it out, man. You get your name out. No pain, no gain. Be aware to win. Be aware to win as much as you possibly can. And like I say, I'm doing more talk like this on a regular basis. So y'all tap in, man. I'm gonna probably put something together, probably maybe this weekend, to where people can go and ask questions, but get up to your BMI, get up to your ass cap, and take care of business and tighten up, man. Tighten up. Don't play with this. If this is your career, beat it, because ain't no 9 to 5. This is 27, 365 days, 366 on a leap year. So you gotta be serious about it. You see who that man up there, right? It's Pac, right? Boom. You see them Beatles right there, right? Them the Beatles. You see how many albums they got? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 22 albums. That's more than that. More than that. And then all of them, Sonny Bono had, McCartney had solo careers. Their body of work speaks for itself. What's your body of work speak for? What's yours going to be in the long run? But I want y'all to I want y'all to be successful. I want y'all to be able to help others and help others by their bootstraps. Don't take the same European ideology of robbing like they've already done us. And they put black faces in front of us just to rob us. What's the difference to a black man and a white man if they gonna both do the same thing? But that's why you got to do your research. That's why you got to stay on top of your game, man. For real, for real. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all, man. I want y'all to win, man. Y'all try to be successful, for real. But that was just a little taste for the day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to hit y'all and barge y'all with too much, but I just wanted to give y'all just a little bit. I want to give a special shout out to Ed Hennings. You know what I'm saying? Ed Hennings Boots. If you have a chance, if you work in the blue collar field, go over to edhenningsco.com and go grab your boots, man. And the most comfortable boots that I've had. Also, if you ever out in the field like I am, I'm a law enforcement, man, sweat, you going crazy out there, you want to still smell coming home, go get you some Mando. Get you some Mando deodorant, man. That's the best deodorant that'll hold you all then some, man. Shout out to Mando. And then I want to send a special shout out to Bone-Made Liquor, Bone-Made Vodka. Definitely doing their thing. Shout out to them across the board. And if you ever get a chance, this is what it looks like. Bone-Made Vodka, shout out to them, you know, and for always showing love and stuff. And also, man, just at it, get to the grind, man. This is the weekend. There's not no reason that you should be putting your shit on Instagram and your music ain't being played in the background, or some girl dancing to your music, or you in the gym, you use your music. You be using this every step of the way. You should be walking billboard for who you are. You should be campaigning and maintaining who you are. Everybody know your name by the end of the weekend. The DJ, the bouncers, everybody should know your name. Man, pull out your phone, goddammit. I need action at you. That's how you do it, man. And I want y'all too, if you want to go ahead, set up an interview, by all means, hey, the platform is yours. You know what I'm saying? Without y'all, it's me. So if y'all set up an interview, hit me in my DM, or hit me at letsyaout@gmail.com. It's let about it. For each word except it, put the dot behind it. Man, come on here. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna jump a tape. Also, I got a spot now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can come, vibe, have you know what I'm saying, sit on the couch. We're gonna ask questions. We're gonna ask you different things that's going on in your life, what's going on in the world today. You need to be self-aware about everything. You need to be on top of everything. Just one person wait in the corner. So waiting to slip up and fuck up so they can take full advantage of it. But shout out to everybody. And also I want a very special shout out to 8-Ball Coffee. You know what I'm saying? A blend like no other. Yo, get your money started or even the nightcap. Coffee beans are made from a magnificent blend that are a multi-generational harvesters and growers of Kenya. 8-Ball Coffee is not only to support the community, but also to support the environment globally. So don't take a sip and be a blessing. Listen, we're going to coffee. Shout out to 8-Ball. You know what I'm saying? I definitely got to give him some love. I got an interview coming with him too. You know what I'm saying? We doing some things. Bull. So, yeah, man. I just wanted to just drop the knowledge to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we should do it again. You know what I'm saying? I thank you all for joining for this broadcast. I came up in your feed and you stopped to take the weekend. Come join the conversation and comment down below. We come to the end. Tell your partners this in the game and your friends, and let the conversation begin. Until the next time, we definitely gonna yap about it. We are out. You already know what it is. Proud of pride, man. I'm only doing what I do because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Shout out to y'all.
Let's yap about it. Yeah. Let's yap about it. Yap about it podcast. Starring Raw Bass.